So this is our day 4, and there is again two part because we are keeping in mind that we learn about the front end thing as well as Java. So one more day we will talk about front end thing, maybe on day 5 also. After that we will stop HTML, CSS, JavaScript part. You guys have to continue on that. Java will continue, but so this is our day 4, and we will again see about CSS part to decorate one website. JavaScript will understand what is called an alert just with a simple example, and then we will talk about Java operators. So yesterday we were talking about operators, logical operator. Today we'll check and we will understand what is if else block. And there is one question I have given, some of you have sent me in private chat. It's good, it's really good that you are doing practice on this, and but do it on your own. Don't search in Google about how to do this thing, right? Probably most of you already know this thing. It's a very simple question, but some of you who are like really new to the programming, then like if you are going through the chapters of W3 schools, that will also help you to complete that thing. That is fine. So let's go to this part. So what was our assignment? Okay, let me open how much we cover. Some of you have already done this thing, but this is for who have not done it, and it's fine, absolutely fine if you have done whatever we have done till now, but I'm expecting that your progress will be more than what we are doing. Okay, so what we have done till now is, let me open that. I opened it. Okay, till this we did that. Color of the city is fine, submit is fine, but we have not written any code on what should happen on submit. Let's complete rest of the part. Rest of the part is so there will be current balance text box, there will be withdrawal amount, and there will be again a button. Okay, so that should be not a big thing now because text box we know how to create it, so it will be very easy. So once the button is there, we want to create a text box after that. So after 2 lines, let's say. So here we want to create a text box. That will be very simple. We will write here input type is equals to text. That's it. And this is current balance. Okay. And after that, we want to say how much you want to withdraw, something like this. How much you want to withdraw. And again, there will be a text box where someone will put, I want to withdraw this much money. Done. And you can close it like this also. Okay. And what else? So how it is looking like? Let's see how it is looking like as of now. So I'll refresh it. Okay, current balance, it's good, it's fine. How much you want to withdraw in the same line, that's fine. And then we want to keep a button, let's say, after just after that. So that will be also same like input type is equals to button, the same thing. Input type is equals to button, value is equals to, just a minute. So value is equals to, we will put withdraw money, withdraw money, something like this. And once that will be visible, let's see how it is looking like. I'm doing a refresh. Okay, withdraw money is visible. So once someone will click here, you have to show in the last line that how much was the current balance, and now what is the current balance after the withdrawal. So for example, my current balance was 10,000 and I withdraw 2,000 rupees. So once I click on the withdraw money, here message should come, your current balance is now um, what I say 8,000. Or other way is this should get refreshed. Once you click on the withdraw money, it should say me that your current balance is now 8,000, because 10,000 minus 2,000, the new current balance is 8,000. So let's take this assignment in this way, that whenever you click on the withdraw money, it will do this text box value minus this text box value, and once you click it, both the thing will get refreshed. Here new current balance will come, and here it will be like, let's say 2,000 is fine. As well as there should be a message here that what was your, I mean, what is your new balance, something like this. Apart from that, we have another button, this one. Here one validation is there, this one. uh, After just city, what we have, on click of this submit button, it should say me welcome user, whoever is the user. So if I write testology, so it should say me welcome testology, something like this. So this is our assignment basically. So I'm still expecting that you guys will do it on your own. Okay, find out how we can do it. It's not a big deal. But as per our agenda, let's understand CSS part. So CSR, two kind of CSS is there. One is embedded CSS or inline CSS. Let me write inline CSS, and it's just in a separate file. When you put the CSS in separate file. But what is CSS first of all? So let's say this is the website, and you want to say that whenever there is a heading, you can put heading anytime, right? So this is our heading. So let me put the heading as something else. So I'm changing it. Instead of writing high testology, I'll write registration. Okay, registration. This one is the registration. So this is one heading, and after our button, this one, I will again say there is another heading. Okay, and this heading is actually ATM, something like this. Okay, ATM. I'm saving it. How it will look like, let's say. See here how it is looking like. There is one registration here, and there is one ATM here. Perfect. Now I want that all my headers should be of blue color instead of black. I want all my headers should be with blue color. So a website can be a big website. This is a very simple one, right? There may be thousands of elements. Also, if you want across your website, means there may be multiple pages on your website. It's just a simple, what we are seeing is a very static website, right? It's just a single page. Let's assume that there are multiple pages. So if you open Amazon, you have multiple pages, right? Order page, your account profile page, right? Have you observed that every time the font size is perfect? Fine. And whenever you select a product, right, all the things related to a particular element. So let me open it. What I'm saying is, if we see this website, how in a very good way everything is managed. Like here, logo is there. This one is so. no matter at whatever page I go. So for example, if I go to my your order page, right? So it's showing me this four thing, this link, buy again, open orders, cancel order, something like this in a blue color and some particular font. If I go to, let's say, any other thing, let's say your wish list. I'm going to my wish list. Okay, there is again this link, right? This is matching with, this is very uniform that the previous one, the list of that order one is matching with the font of this also, because it has some kind of common property. So if I go to uh, any other thing like your account, I'm going, let's say, okay, and if I go down, see here how every link, it looks like a properly aligned. Here is the spacing thing is there, probably let's say 10 pixel is here in between the border, right? So this is how CSS is helpful on arranging things in a proper way. So I was talking about there are inline scripts. So that example I want to show you that there is something called inline script also. Inline script is like when you put, what we did is what a kind of inline script only. What we did with this background color, we set it. This is also you are giving one style to your um, element. It's a kind of inline scripting. This is related to your CSS part. Okay. There is another part, another thing also. You can write style and then in a particular way you can do it. That example you will see whenever you will check in some other example, right? You will get that example also. I'm not going into that because you have to read it, understand it, how you are doing it. Okay. Okay. Let's see that example. I was saying that whenever there is a heading, I want that thing should be with uh, blue color. So what you can do is you can put your style part inside head. So I'm copying this and let's put this code after the HTML. If let me put it in a proper way. So this is a child of this. There is a okay. So it's like this. So I'm doing a proper indentation. This is called indentation. Perfect. This is style is closed and now head is closed. So what we are saying here, you can put style inside the head tag. You can put the style. And what we are saying here is, and this style will start with style tag start, style tag end. And here you can put what kind of style you want to give to what kind of tags. So here we are saying that for all paragraph, if you have used any paragraph element here, then the color should be red. Okay, but we have not used the paragraph. I'm copying this and let's, you can put another one. It's not like that it's end. You can put another one. And what we are saying is whenever there is a h1, let's say h1 is a tag. If you see here, this is a tag h1. So what I am saying, whenever I will use h1, I want the color should be blue. Okay, let's see how it is working now. Just this code we have added. This is style part. And let's refresh our page. Refresh. See here, it is it changed to blue color? We don't know. Let's put it actually red. Okay. It's not working here. We did something wrong here. Let's check. So as per this example, whenever you're using p inside the this and everything is fine. Let's add another thing. So this is a good editor itself. This W3 schools is providing you editor also, where you can put your code also here. So let me put a code. I want to put a header here. So I am writing h1, h1, and here I am writing hi, let's say, and this h1 is done. Let's see, hi is coming with the black color. So let me put this is as h1 run. Okay, this is working. See here, h1 is this high is coming in red color. Perfect. So for our example also it should work. Let's see. I have opened for the day 4 one. Oh, I opened something else. I am changing in somewhere else, and this one is our change should be here. Sorry, our change should be here. Sorry. So let me copy this. I was doing change in the old file of practice.html. I'll put this code here. Okay, saving it. Let's refresh it. Okay, see here, registration and ATM is coming properly now. So in this way, you can put the style, and it has different kind of attribute again. Color is just one, and text align is just another one. There may be other things related to font you want to set, correct? Related to the padding you want to do. There are a lot of things which you can put here. Okay. So this is just one example that you can do for H1 wherever the H1 is there. Now the question is, let's do something else. This button, wherever is the button, let's say for this submit button, I want to put background color as blue. Okay, and I want to, okay, let's say blue color. And for withdrawal money, I want to do it uh, green. Submit button background is blue. Withdrawal money background color should be green. Okay, how to do that? So now we cannot write input. So input tag, there are a lot of input tag. This one is also input tag. This one is also input tag. So if I write it like this, if I'll write, sorry, let me copy this. So just a minute. So if I write wherever is the input tag, okay, make the color as blue. Okay, these will destruct our website. I am doing a refresh. So see here, okay, input tag, it has changed this to blue, and this change also it to blue, right? But the thing is, we should not use it because you don't know at what places this input tag is used, right? There are a lot of places where it is used. We want to do it just for the button. It's coming in blue, that's good. Background color we wanted to set, but it is like text color is set. We want to set the background color only. So let me go back. So that is not a good way. So there should be a way to identify the any element uniquely. There should be a way to identify any element uniquely. Okay, and that is why you can put ID to something. So for example, I have this button and I can put here ID. ID is equals to, let's say I want to put the ID as submit. You can put any name. So I am putting, let's say, ABC. ID of this button is ABC. ID means unique identification here. Then let's say for another button which we have, this one we will put ID as um, IPL. Okay, I am putting its ID as IPL. So now we have the unique identification for submit button and for the withdrawal money also. Now you can put your own logic. If you want to put submit button as a red, whatever we were thinking, and one is green, so let's do it. So in that case, you don't write here input, you should write hash abc. Hash means ID. So let me copy this, I'll paste it. Another one is what? IPL. IPL, and this color, let's say blue, and this color green we want. So let's see if it is working. I am not like good in HTML. I also know limited things, but I know the way how it works. So see here, this is blue, this is green, but that was our not our purpose. We wanted to do the background color. So I guess let's try it. Background underscore color and background, this one. Let's try. Okay, I am doing a refresh. Wow, it's working. See here, background color is submit. Here, background color is green. This is why styling is very important. Okay, great. So this is okay. But now let's say there is there are UI UX developers, right? So making this HTML file, all the component is the task of, let's say, UI developer. But there are other developers also who will just decorate this thing. They will find out, okay, what color it should be visible, what color should be there, right? Once you will click there, then color should change, right? So they can make their own things. They can make their own things. What we can do here is the same code which we are writing, we can put it in another file and we can link that file to this particular HTML. So what I'm saying is this style part is somehow disturbing us because our main content is this. Our main content is what we are writing in the body part. Somehow this style is confusing us for a lot of code, and there will be more code because you want to make an style for different elements in a different way. So it's better to put the whole thing, this style part, in some other file. That is also possible. So let's keep this here for an example. But what is our other component? So let's say we want to set text color of whatever we write here, right? This color, we want to set address color to be brown. Whoever will write the address color will be brown, okay? Or bold way, it should be brown and bold. So what we can do is we can make one style file also. So I'm also taking a help of here how we can do it. Is it possible? How to link that file then? So this is internal CSS, what we were doing. External CSS. So you can create another CSS file. So here you can do, you can link the CSS file to a particular HTML file by this way. So let's say this is my CSS file, right? So let's create one CSS file. Here I am creating, pasting it. We don't want anything like this. We will do for text area only, right? What is our objective is coming back to this address area, whatever you write should be brown and bold. So coming back to this, what was our address? So you have to uniquely identify then. So where were there's one text area. So we can use text area. The rest of the things we are not. I'm deleting all other things. Okay, and not background color. It's just color is equals to. Can we write brown? Okay, I'm saving it, and I'm saving on the same place where our practice.html is. So let me change the language here. So language is CSS. Perfect. Saving it here with the name. It will be, let's say, my website underscore CSS. My website underscore CSS. Save. Fine. Where is this practice dot? Is it under fourth day? Correct. So how to attach a CSS is in head, you can put this line. What was that line? Simple one. Link rel is equals to style sheet and the file name which you want to put. So I'm going back here. Here I'm just saying link rel is equals to style sheet, and this will be my website underscore css dot css. Let me cross check. We created this. Let me copy this, and so that there will be no spelling mistake. Great. So this is link is done. And what we have written here is a simple. Wherever the text area is there, color should be brown. And I was saying it should be bold. I don't know how to make anything to bold. So let's check how to make text bold CSS. Somebody will give us example. Don't worry. CSS font weight property. So you can do it like this. If you want font to be bold, you can just copy this. I'm just trying. I'm also like not an expert onto this. And whenever I present to someone, I also do a Google. It's difficult to remember this all this syntax, but it's logical. Font weight bold. Okay. Will it work? I'm just checking the example. Any other example? No, that's fine. Let's try now. So we saved it. Let's refresh our page. Refreshing it, and let's write something here. See here, it's brown and bold. So I'm writing, I am here to help you in HTML. Everything is brown and bold. How easy it was? We didn't take much time to do all these things, correct? Okay, coming back to our agenda is we will see a simple example for JavaScript. So same, CSS is like again embedded inline CSS is possible and separate file is also possible. In the same way, JavaScript code is also possible on the same file or in a separate file. Let's do it on the same file. So JavaScript start with the, so what is a script here? A script means some logical thing you want to do for this website, not related to look and feel, not related to decorating it, some logical thing. So what is that logical thing? Logical thing is when you put here 10,000 and once you will put 2,000, if you click on withdraw money, then you want to show something. That is called a logical thing, programming thing. When you put your name here, let's say, and you click here and we want to show welcome Nitesh, that's logical thing, correct? Some programmatic thing. So let's see a very simple example how you can put one JavaScript code in your HTML file. I'm just trying. Can I write here? So once this, let me put it here. So it's very simple. A script tag will be there, and there will be end of script, end of script. And here you can write your script, what you want to put. So I am writing. So how it will work? We'll create a function here. So I'm writing function pop up, pop up. Okay, and the structure is like this. Okay, here I'll say alert. Hi, something like this. That's it. Nothing. I'm just right. So understand this. It's a JavaScript code where we are making a function, and this is like function implementation, we say. And we will call this when we want to call this. When, so that you have to decide when you want to call this. And this alert is actually a function. Whatever you put inside the single quote, that will come as a pop-up. I'll show you how it will work. So what we will do, whenever we will submit it, where is that button? To submit. So what we will do, we'll call that function. So here you can write on click is equals to, in double quote, what was that? Pop-up, pop-up. Okay, and bracket, let's say here. So let's see whether it is working. I am doing a refresh. If I click here, it's coming. One pop-up is coming. This page says hi. So now you understand that how sometimes you get a pop-up. See how simple code it is. It's not a big deal to show a pop-up. What I did, I said in this button that on click of this, you call this pop-up function. But somewhere this is function calling. Somewhere it should be defined. So that definition is here. What we have defined, that there is an alert function, right? It's an inbuilt function. We are not writing. We are using some function to show it. You can write anything here. So I'm writing, let's say, we are learning HTML, something like this. So let me save it. Let me go to our website, refresh it, clicking on submit. Oh, still showing hi. Am I doing somewhere else? Oh, I didn't save this. Let me save it. Now I will refresh, and now I'll click on submit. It's working. We are learning HTML. Okay, so you have to complete this website. We'll see it tomorrow again, but I'm still expecting that you guys will do it. Okay, coming back to the part which we want to cover today is about logical operators. So logical operators are and or not. That is also a logical operator. So let's see today about logical operator. Where is the August batch? This one. Okay. We are sharing all this code also. If you go to the same link, there is a SRC folder. There I am sharing everything, whatever we are writing on the class. So here, logical operator demo. Okay. And here we'll understand about logical operators. So what are logical operators? And or. So it's very simple. In computer science or electronics, whatever we have the background, most of the cases we have seen it, the logical operators and or in the same way it's like this here also. So for example, when I say um, any expression, so when I say 10 is greater than 12, right? What is the conclusion here? What is the result? It's false, right? So it is a false statement. But this AND operator or operator works with two different expressions. Another expression, if I write that 23 is greater than 20, that is true. But the final answer will be, let me write properly, Boolean check I'm writing. You can give any name for this, and I'm writing like this. So there is one, let me put it bracket also so that it will be very clear for everyone. So we are writing like this. Boolean check 10 is greater than 12 and 23 is greater than 20. One of the statement is false and another one is true, but the final answer will be false. Okay, because false and true is false. So there is a rule again that I'm writing it. Let's say false true will be false, false false will be false, and true false will also be false. Only true true will be true. Simple logic. Let's print it. If we'll print the check, if we will print check, let's run this program. It will print us false. It will print false. See here, printing it. Let's do something else. So we'll keep on doing this thing. So let's do this thing. Let's say we'll do it. 45 is greater than 12 and 23 is greater than 20. So both statements are true. So true and true will be finally true. Okay. So this one is printing us true. Okay. So this is how it works. I'm not going with all the combination. I've written it that false and true will be false. False and false will also be false. True and false will be false. But true and true will be true. In the same way, we have OR operators. Same way, we have OR operators. How OR operator sign is 2 times pipe. So if I do this thing and I will write here 2 times pipe, right? But here false true will be true, false false will be false, true false will also be true, and true true will also be true. So any of any one, at least one, if it is true, then the final answer is true. It's like this for the OR operators. So obviously this is 10 is greater than 12 is false and 23 is greater than 20 is true. So the final answer will be true. See here, it's printing it. So this way it will work. Not going to each and every combination. I have written it like how it will work. So these logical operators combine two different expressions and it checks what is the right side expression value and what is the left side expression value, and then it will combine it and it works with this logic what we have written. Okay, so I have a question. I have a question here. Let me write it and tell me what will be the output of this. So if I write, there is a if statement that also we want to understand, but I am writing it and let's see if you are able to attempt this. So I am writing here x is equals to 45 and I'm writing if x is greater than 20 and x is less than 40, then here I am writing. So there is a shortcut. You can do SYSO. Okay, you can do SYSO and then press Control Space. Once you do the Control Space, it will show you a lot of options. There is a sys out first option. Just hit enter. So this will give you system.out.println. So I want to print here, let's say testology. I want to write it here else SYSO India. So my question is, if I'm writing it like this, what will be the output? What will be the output? Somebody is saying testology, somebody is saying India. That's fine. Let's understand it. How if else works. Okay. Some of you may be new to if else part. So don't worry about it. We'll talk about it in detail. Okay. How it will work? Again, how if else works is if and then there will be a condition. This whole condition should be true. Then only this block will get executed. If the answer of this whole condition is false, then it will go to the else part. It's like this. So for example, here x is greater than 20, x is 45. Okay, 45 is greater than 20, true. 45 is less than 40, false. So the final answer is false with this expression. So here there should be true, then only it will print this testology, otherwise it will go to India. So let me make you understand through one diagram. What is if else, that we will understand. So I am writing, let's say if, simple example will take 10 is greater than 5. Okay, and we will write it here something, let's say we'll do something. So I'm writing a shortcut system.out.println. Hi, I'm writing. Okay, and we are writing else, and here we are writing SYSO means system.out.println, and we are writing, let's say, by, something like this. Okay, now I'm not asking for the output for this. Let's understand this. How if else works is, if is a keyword. Okay, it's a reserved word. Right? It has its own meaning in the programming. If, and then there will be a bracket, and in the bracket there will be a condition. If that condition is true, then execute this part. So what we say, this part as true part. We say it true part. Okay, and this is actually false part or not true part. What will happen is, so understand it, this will always be a condition. There will be a condition check. So this is like condition check. If 10 is greater than 5, it will check 10 is greater than 5. Okay, true. If it is true, then execute this part. If it is true, then execute whatever you have written inside this curly braces. If this statement is false, then execute the whole else part. If that condition is false, then don't execute whatever is written here. Execute the else part. It's like this. Okay, let me save it if you want to see it later on. If else. So this is how it works, and these doesn't mean that it will be just 10 greater than 5. There can be any conditional check, right? So for example, what we have written is another 1. But ultimately, the answer of this will be true or false. So if the whole thing is true, then it will come here. It will do this thing. Otherwise, it will print. It will go to the else part. So let's see what it is doing. If you see here, India is getting printed because it is going to the else part. We'll go to the nested if also, but let's understand this part first, how if else works. Okay. Now, there is a classical question that if there are three numbers, how you can decide we want to print what is the largest number, biggest number, right? Let's make for the two numbers first. So I am writing the code in the same example. So here, if there are two variables, let's say int a is equals to something, let's say 20, and int b is equals to 30. Okay, and how we can print which one is greater? By seeing it, you know that it is greater, but computer doesn't know. You have to decide it programmatically. So we'll write it if a is greater than b, then we will print, let's say a is greater. We want to do something like this, and I'll put another if. So the rule is it's not mandatory to put else for if. So if you see this diagram, this else part is optional. If you want to put it, you put it. It's not mandatory to put else part. It's purely optional. Okay. The else part is optional. Based on what programming logic you want to write, you should use it. So it's not like that if you are putting if, then there should be else part, right? But opposite is not true. If there is a else part, there must be its if part. Its immediate if will be what the curly braces is there before the else. So every else will have if, but every if may or may not have the else. So in that case, what we are saying is don't do anything. So here there is no else part. That means what we want to do is if a is greater than b, do this thing. But if a is not greater than b, we don't want to do anything. That's also fine. But here I am writing if a is greater than b, write a is greater. If b is greater than a, then write b is greater. Something like that. So concentrate on this only, this part only. Rest of the program is already done. So this is comment. What we are doing is when you put 2 times forward slash, it will be a single line comment. If you want to do multi-line comment, you can do it like this. You can write here. So here, if you see, whenever you will put anything in between slash star, star slash will be a comment. So here I can write, we are learning about if else. I'm writing through examples, something like this. So this is a multi-line comment. So what is comment? Comment will not get executed. The rest of the things will get executed. Comment part will be just for our comments, just to show what function does and all. Okay, so we are writing a little. If a is greater than b, then print this. If b is greater than a, then print this. So as of now, a, which is 20, is not greater than b, right? So it will print obviously b is greater. So if I change it, this, if this is 30 and this is 20, then obviously it will print a is greater. Why it is doing it? Because once this line is executed, it will come to the 35th line, and we are checking A is greater than B. A, which is 30, 30 is greater than B, 20, true. So it will go to its true part and it will execute. Then it's not like that execution is stopped. Then it will come to the 39th line, nothing is written. It will come to the 40 line, okay. If B is greater than A, so B, which is 20, 20 is greater than 30, no. So it won't execute the whole thing. It will come to the 44th line, nothing is written, nothing is written, and it will come out of the program. It's like this. So there are nested if concept also that we will see tomorrow. In the first statement, you use Boolean before check, but in the second, we didn't use. Yeah, good question. So it's a overwrite. So it's a good question that you are asking. We wrote here, Boolean check is equals to this, but after that, I am just using it. So you can overwrite it, right? So for example, can I not do like this? I'll write it integer u is equals to 30. Okay. And in the very next, I can write u is equals to 45. Right. In the same way, I wrote Boolean check is equals to something and then changing it. So we are overwriting it. So till this line, u was 30, but after that, u became 45. Now the question is why I have not written again int. That I said yesterday that you cannot have. So whenever you write, it will consider you want to write new variable, right? U is already declared. You just have to declare one any variable in your program in a particular scope. You have to declare it once only, and you can use it multiple times. So till this point, u is what? 30. Let's print u. And after that, if I'll print u, obviously the value, always it works with the current value. So till this line, u was 30, it will print u is 30 value. After that, you changed it, u is 45. So now it will be the changed one. So it will print 45 for that. Okay. What if I'll write u plus plus? It's a good question. What it will print? If I write u plus plus, it will print. Tell me answer. What it will print? If I do system.out.println for the 48th line, what it will print? 46, 46. Somebody is saying 45. So whoever is saying 45, they are, I think, correct. 45 it is printing. So you forgot about the yesterday's all the discussion. This is post increment. The current value of u is 45, but when you are using it, you are writing a post increment. So u value will be first printed. Whatever is there in your expression, that will happen first. And then u value is increased, not at the right time. So if I print here again the value of u, then it will print 46. But at this moment, u is 45. Okay. So u is going to be increased, but post increment is when it will increase after the execution of that statement. So if I put it plus plus u, then it will print actually 46. So if I write plus plus u, then that means increase the value of u first and then print it. So this time it will print 46 and 46, I believe. Yes, working like this. Okay.